New South Wales Premier Domonic Perrottet's leadership is in turmoil after revelations yesterday he dressed in a Nazi costume for his 21st birthday. Joining us live now is Rabbi Benjamin Elton from the Great Synagogue in Sydney. Rabbi Benjamin Elton, thank you for your time. Firstly, can I get your reaction to the Premier's admission?
I was very shocked that he did this as a young man, and I was very pleased that he came forward and gave a fulsome apology, expressed his regret and really his shame at what he'd done 20 years ago.
Is his apology enough?
I think apology, resolution to learn more about the Holocaust, resolution to be a good example, to stand against the use of the Nazi swastika and hateful symbols, that's all we can expect. He has committed this terrible mistake, this terrible error in the past, and now he must do his best to make amends. And that's all any of us can do when we make a mistake, is try and resolve not to do it again and be a better example in the future.
How hurtful and difficult is this incident for many in the community now this revelation has come to light?
It will be very distressing for Holocaust survivors, descendants, for those who fought the Nazis and their descendants from Australia to know that their Premier wore a Nazi costume. They won't feel totally reassured it was 20 years ago that he was a young man. That's going to be a very natural and visceral reaction, and we have to respect that. But I hope with time we can also come to appreciate his attempts to make amends as well.
So you are impressed with his attempts to make amends. What do you make of the timing of this admission?
It seems that it was somewhat prompted by his concern it would become public in a way out of his control, and so he wanted to preempt that happening and make a clean breast of it. I imagine it's been weighing on his mind a very great deal, especially as he entered public life, and he's really very relieved now that he can be entirely open about it. Perhaps he should have done it earlier without any sort of pressure, but that I think would have taken a quite extraordinary strength of character. But now he has done that. He's done the right thing at this point, and I think we have to judge him what he does now and in the future, and also what he's done as a politician, which is to be very supportive of the Jewish community, supportive of other minority communities, very aggressive in tackling people who are hateful and dangerous to others. That's how we should judge him, what he's done as a fully fledged adult and an active politician.
So it hasn't changed your view on whether he's the best person to lead the state of New South Wales?
I think if we were to say that somebody who made an error, even a very regrettable major error when they were 21, was forever banned from public life, I think we would lose a great deal. I think we have to judge him on what he's done as a politician, what he's done as a mature person, and not just the mistakes of his youth.
What lessons can we learn from this, and what should we really be taking away from this incident?
I think we have to raise awareness that this is not just fancy dress, that Nazi uniforms and the swastika and other symbols, which by the way are still available for sale either on eBay as antiques or collectibles or in reproduction, these are deeply hateful, deeply offensive symbols and uniforms, which should not be treated as any sort of dress-up, as you would another costume. We have to raise awareness across the whole community, both of those who have a connection to suffering and Nazism and those who don't, that this is not acceptable. And that, by the way, I think is true of other costumes as well. Anything which is related to the subjugation of Aboriginal people, to other minorities, which maybe in the past have been used as costumes without really thinking about what they connoted, that also has to be raised in our consciousness, that what we do can be not just offensive but deeply distressing to other people, and we have to have regard to their heritage and their sensibilities.
Rabbi Benjamin Elton, thank you so much for your time. We appreciate it.